Hey, this is Philip from Steveson Motor Co. and today I want to tell you a little bit of a story. In 2017, we decided to take sort of an impromptu trip to Japan. We had never been there before and we've always been really interested in kind of Japanese car culture and the Japanese mini scene, and it blew our minds. We had been really into Japanese cars right before we got into minis. We were all about the Japanese drifting scene, and we had 8.6s and RX-7s and Skylines and all cars like that. And then we found the Mini and we got into the Mini and we discovered that there was a Japanese Mini scene that was huge. In fact, they say that there's more Minis in Japan than anywhere else in the world other than England. So they took to the Mini, I guess because it's a small car, and then they put a very Japanese spin on it. And that was one of the things that really surprised us when we went to Japan. We saw that all the cars had this kind of Japanese flavor to it. The muffler sound.
So, what are your secrets?
No, very noisy.
Yep.
One of the things that really stood out to us that made, in our opinion, Japanese Mini look Japanese was the stance and the Aero. And we were inspired by that trip, so much so that we actually have now finally, after many years, created a product that is sort of reminiscent of that trip for us. And that's this. This is the front lip. This has got kind of a cool story. So one of the VTEC cars that we built, you'll remember it, it was a green one that had like a tartan interior we did with the D16. That car was a Japanese import, and when we got into the shop, we were taking it all apart and we noticed it had this really cool front lip. And on the back side of it, it had the label from a company called Beans, which I thought was really funny, out of Japan. And we looked it up, and Beans is no longer in business. But we saw this front lip and we thought, oh, that's such a cool look and it's so Japanese. It's hard to describe, but it's got that JDM look. And so we were inspired by seeing that car and noticing that this lip was no longer available. So we went to our body man, who is incredible, does incredible work, and we said, hey, we want a lip that looks kind of like the Beans one that's no longer in production, but with a couple tweaks. And this is what we came up with. So he made a prototype for us. We were able to do a couple of finessing the details, and then we ended up getting these produced. And this is kind of the first one here. They are now available on the website. You can check them out. We'll put a link in the description. And yeah, this is it. So it's a really cool piece. The way that these attach is through these 3 holes at the top. They come pre-drilled, and we drill them a little bit small so that when you drill them out to the full size, you have a little bit of wiggle room to get it aligned properly. And how this attaches is you take your front bumper off, 3 bolts, you put this on the car, and you reattach your bumper on top of it. And it's just that simple. So it's completely removable, completely reversible. It fits any car. We've got, when we were doing our testing with them, we put them on a car with no flares. We put them on a car with big arches, and it fits all of them. It has a couple of neat kind of functional features as well. It guides the air away from the underside of the front of the car, which really helps with aerodynamic drag. It also pushes away from the front of the tires, and the front of the tires are one of the worst culprits for aero, and would make it more stable at higher speeds to have that. It also has the holes here so that you can still access your tow hooks. And then this piece here is sized so that the license plate bracket will poke right through here. So this is what it looks like off the car, but we're really excited because we just took our first prototype and installed it on the car over there. It's a really cool piece and we're really proud of it, and we just wanted to be able to share it with you. So if you like the look, if you like that kind of Japanese vibe, that JDM vibe, and you want something that's kind of a 15-minute job to throw in your car and gives a really cool aesthetic, whether you have arches or not, check it out. We're proud to offer these, and yeah, they're on our website right now. So just wanted to kind of share that with you. Quick disclaimer, this is just a black gel coat. They come like this. You can just throw it on your car just like this, no problem. However, for best results, it is best to paint it. And with any body kit, especially with a Mini, where the bodies change here and there, getting it professionally fitted will have the best results aesthetically. But you can absolutely install this in your driveway, and you can leave it just like this if you want, but I would recommend hitting it with at least a bit of paint because the black gel coat isn't very UV resistant. And yeah, thanks for watching.